end in the meeting, we will activate your microphone and you will be able to speak and ask questions. Okay. But for now, we will only use the chat to stay interactive. Okay, so let me get back here and share my screen. So right, main presentation. And issue is on the call, right? And all right, so welcome everyone once again. It is time to turn your dreams into reality. Let me begin with this very short story. I hope you love story, and let me say this to get us starting. There was this lady who was she was an intern that was hired by a company, and she got in at a time where the company was just having what they call a retreat, you know, and so they travel out. They went to a place outside where the office is, and they stayed there for of the weekend on Friday and return on Sunday. And she was there to understand, you know, a number of things, how the company functions and understand different roles. But one of her major roles she had to play was to take pictures and videos of activities. Okay. So she did that. All the major activities, you know, she took some beautiful pictures and some videos as well. And you know, they were relying on her because everyone else was a bit engaged in doing other things. Since she was new and didn't have any main particular function, they gave her that role. And at the end of the 2 nights, they returned back and back to base. And the following Monday, she was supposed to come to the office and download all those pictures. She stopped at a business center just before she got home after the meeting. And guess what? She wanted to remove her phone from her bag, put it on the side, and paid. All right. And forgot. She left her phone, but she forgot. And after a few hours, she went back and she couldn't find her phone. They said, oh no, we didn't see it. And that was it. Guess what happened? I mean, the beautiful pictures, moments, memories they had over just that weekend, she lost everything. She was devastated. You know, what a welcome that was. And I believe some of you can identify with the story like that, with something like that, where you may not have lost data for a company, but you may have lost data for yourself, for probably your event, your family, and sometimes maybe for an institution. And that is why this meeting is going to help address tonight. You are at the right place at the right time if you can identify with the story we just shared. Okay, so Gut Backup, which you see up on the screen there, it is here to turn dreams into reality. Make sure that you do not lose your digital dreams any longer, okay? And then the other part is the financial dream, and which we call the strategic partnership. And we will be looking at that at the second part of tonight's presentation. So tonight's presentation is for you, is for family, It is for businesses, it's for organization and institutions, okay? All right, so you have been seeing got backup, got backup, got backup. What is it, okay? Or who is it? All right, so got backup is a secure cloud um, storage service that is or that was developed in 2023 by an institution or by a company called GVO. We will be talking about GVO in the next slide. So GVO, you know, it's into a number of things, but they gave birth to this to Got Backup 3 years ago. And Got Backup allows this setup Got Backup, it allows individual businesses and organizations to securely back up and store and manage their digital data online. So for example, if this lady, we just, this intern that was responsible for pictures and video, if she had got backup, of course, and back up her stuff, obviously she would have had it saved securely in the cloud. But Got Backup goes beyond just cloud storage. It also gives people the opportunity to establish a partnership and then create a new stream of income. Okay, and you will be seeing that as we go on. Now, GVO, you remember, GVO is a multi-million-dollar internet marketing and software development company. It gave birth to a 3-year, now it's 3-year-old, you know, a baby, but GVO itself is about almost 3 decades old. Started in 1997 in Quebec, Canada. But right now it is situated in the US, in Texas, sitting on a 10,000 square foot data. That's where the data center is, in San Antonio, Texas, USA. So real company, real building, and then also real people. GVO is headed by a CEO in the person of Joel Therrien. You know, these are the top guys that manage the affairs of GVO. Mark is there, Potvin. Then you have Eve. Eve is the wife of Joel. They were in Ghana the end of 2025. They had a big event, a big launch year of this project. The first time in Africa, and Ghana was the gateway. Very privileged to be the gateway to this wonderful project. Okay, so that's the whole team there. You know, technical guys there to manage the affairs of the daily affairs of Got Backup. Now, why cloud storage? Why are we talking about cloud storage? You will understand it much better even as we go on. But for many of you, you already know why cloud storage, because this is the future. Cloud storage is the future. This is where we're going. As you know, in today's interconnected world, data is being generated at an unprecedented rate, okay? From social media transaction to online transaction, many of you have not been to the banking hall, okay? Why? For a long time, you haven't been to the banking hall for days, for weeks, for months. And why? Because we can do our transaction on the phone, except for something really big cash you want to cash or you want to do some big cash transaction, then we go, or some other transaction, and we go to the bank. Otherwise, it's so convenient doing some transaction just using your phone with the banking app. But don't forget, it generates real serious data. So data is being considered right now as the new oil. Okay, so tonight we're going to show you how mean, give you some good alternative of the cloud, and then its boundless opportunities that are being available, or that are made available. Okay. Now, how much data is being generated every day, every single day? Do you know that? Let me give you this stats. On a daily basis, and this stats, in fact, is from 2020, the end of 2025, but I believe it's gone up because we are in the 8th month of the year of 2026. So over 400 million terabytes of data is being generated every single day. Every single day, over 400. Specifically, looking at the past stats, about 402 million terabytes was produced every day from 20 up to 2024. That's a lot of data. Okay, and we're looking at over 180 zettabyte by the close of 2025. What is the figure for 2026? Of course, it will be more than what we have in 2026, because in 2020, and because data is being generated far more every single day that pass by. Do you know that? I'll give you another stat before I get to the next slide. Do you know that the words data, okay, that's been generated, the words data, all right? 90% of the words data was generated in the last 3 to 4 years. 90% of the words data. What does that say? It means in the last few years, data generation has just been incredible, you know, really mind-blowing. Okay, so that is why we are here. So God Backup leverages on 2 global massive trends, or massive global trends. However, whatever it is for you. So let's look at trend 1. Trend 1 is about mobile gadgets, mobile device, cell phone, tablets, and all of that. And this stat says we have almost 15 billion smartphones in the world. Not surprised, because even though we have about 8 billion people, I mean, you have people using 2 phones, okay, some even 3. So the number is understandable. So a lot more people are using, and this stat is projected by by 2029, we will have about 7 billion, you know, operators, people that operating using one of the telcos and all of that. Okay, so that's a lot of people that will be using smartphones. So what does that mean? Where would all of those smart devices, not just smartphones, they are going to generate data. And where will the data be placed, be kept? Because it needs a place to be kept. And where is that? Either on your phone, or on an external drive, or up in the cloud. But the truth is, neither of the first 2 is safe. Your phone, you could lose it. You could lose precious data in a flash. External drive, you could lose it in a flash. On your computer, you could lose it in a flash. Ask people that whose home got invaded by the flood waters, and everything in their hall, in their rooms, got damaged, was spoiled, they lost it. Okay, you will understand that that is not the best place to use to keep stuff. So stats keep coming at us to tell us, hey guys, data loss is growing, and people are, becoming very concerned. They are looking for solution. Okay, they're looking for serious solutions. Now, this US is a place where you have a lot of, where you have some good, what is the word? They have good statistics. They have good records. Okay, so this is from the US, and just use US and then compare to the rest of the world. More than 5,700 smartphones screens are broken every hour in the US. Every hour, almost 6,000 phones screen get broken. So just imagine that. Then about 50% of smartphone owners have damaged their smartphone within a year after getting it. Sometimes somebody said, who says so? Just a few months, but we're looking at generally, but that is the trend, all right? And the survey reports that 31% of people who broke their smartphones, they also lost data. Guys, this is concerning, all right? And by theft and by accidental damages, you also lose your, you're at risk when when those things happen. And you want to make sure you find a way that you can protect yourself. But it's not just about the smart gadgets, also computers, whether it's laptop or PC, you are also at risk. If you think, okay, well, I can keep my stuff on my standard, on my computer. No, it's not safe. Look at the stats here. Okay, your hard drive could go bad. Human errors and those kind of things can cause you to lose your data. Nearly 31% of users lost their data, their files, due to unavoidable events. And listen to this, 90% of companies that are experiencing data loss, they do not recover. If you are here and you have an institution which is not backed up, guys, think twice. Wise up tonight, okay? And because data loss is serious, and I know people are indeed looking for solutions. Now, solutions have been provided for a few years by these players, the Googles, the Dropbox, the iCloud, the Microsoft, the Amazon, and all of the other guys. And then this new kid on the block just came called Got Backup. We already had over 2.3 billion people in the world using the cloud, have identified that, hey, the cloud is the best place to secure or securely keep my stuff, okay? Because anywhere else I could lose it at any time. I may not have access, but the cloud, once you have internet, you have access to it in any part of the world. So people who, knowing this, they are using the cloud, but many of them are switching from, this left side to the right side. Now, when I say switching, let me make some clarity here, all right? Because sometimes people think, okay, so if I'm using Google, I will no longer use Google, so I'm going to use Got Backup for my operating system. No. If you are paying for Google, then you don't have to. What you could do, you could buy, cloud storage from, or let me put it in a very simple way, you can buy an apartment or a warehouse from Got Backup and store all your data on it instead of paying for Google or instead of paying for Dropbox. Why? Now, look at the reason. Let's compare, all right? iCloud will offer you 6 terabytes of cloud space for 6 users for over $400, almost $420 per year. Dropbox will give you 6 terabytes for 1 user for almost $360 per year. Google Drive, you can get 6 terabyte for 5 users for over $300 a year. Remember, we are comparing oranges for oranges. So 6 terabytes, 6 terabytes, 6 terabytes. Now, what are you, if you get 6 terabyte from Gut Backup, the new kid on the block, how much do you get it for? You pay $100 a year for 6 terabyte of cloud space for up to six users, multiple operating systems, and unlimited number of devices you can use on that for that space. Okay, not limited, unlimited number. So you were like, oh, how? What do you mean multiple operating systems? Now, if you have iCloud and you have 6 terabyte of cloud space, say you bought that, okay? Guess what? If you are using an iPhone, yes, it will work for your iPhone very well, okay? But what if you have a Windows laptop? What if you have an Android? It does not work for Android. It does not work for Windows. But guess what? Your Gut Backup cloud storage system or package will work for your iPhone. It will work for your Android. It will work for your Windows as well. So you don't have to get extra storage. That's why we mean multiple operating systems. Okay, so compare 2 terabytes against 6, one account against 6 account, multiple operating system against one. What will you choose? Right, they're obvious. Okay, now more than that, they offer you would think that's it, and you know, what I'm paying for that is even good enough. But no, Gut Backup offers even more. Gut Backup is the only cloud storage service that operates bulk emailing system. Okay, where the email can also be personalized. It can be automated. It of course, we talk about the unlimited devices and multiple operating system. Gut Backup also is the only cloud storage service that gave you a 30-day money back. That means you purchase the service, 6 terabyte family package, and well, 1 week later, your brother comes and gave you, bought iCloud and say, oh, I bought iCloud for you, 2 terabytes. You're like, oh, okay, then I wouldn't be needing the 6 terabyte. Gut Backup, you can apply, and Gut Backup can give you your money back within the 30-day window. Okay, it's also PCI compliant. So credit card, debit cards, all transactions are very safe, very, very safe and secure. All right, and is allowed to secure and save all of those information. You would think with all of what Gut Backup is giving, best price ever, then there should be something. Maybe they are not that secure. That's not true. Gut Backup has the most security system you can find anywhere in the world. Right now, you also have the Google using that system. What is that system? You have the iCloud using that system. The system is called 256 military grade. Okay, that is the encryption that these top guys are using. The highest security you can have available right now anywhere in the world, and that is what Gut Backup is also using. Gut Backup also is the only, I mean, there are a number of only here, and there's another only. Gut Backup is the only cloud storage service that gives you all of these extra tools. You have something called the testimonial generator. You have the VDuber. You have Memory Place. You have SendShock. You have MarcoMax and your automated funnel, your funnel page builder. Okay, now let me pick a couple of these tools. Best for people who use a lot of social media and you want to automate things, you want to make things much easier, you want to make things much more professional. You want to get sign up to the Gut Backup Pro, because you can only find these tools under the Gut Backup Pro features. Okay, so let's take, for example, testimonial generator. You gave a lot of services, you do stuff which which is a little bit far away from me. Just give me a second. I don't like the. Okay, better, I hope. So the testimonial generator can be used. Say you provide services and I'm one of your customers, and you provide, let's say, juice services. Okay, you do juice and different flavors and all of that. And you reach out to me, you say, Calvin, can you do a 1 minute video, of your experience with us? And I'm like, oh, sure. Then I say, okay, Universe Juice. Okay, guys, Universe Juice are incredible people. I mean, the flavors, they are all natural juice, no sugar added, no preservatives, all natural. And these guys are so professional. They are on time. They are neat. They give you real value for money. Anytime you have an event in mind, what is a birthday, a party, a funeral, you want to contact them because they will give you the best value for money. That's a video I did for you for free. Now you can use your generator to blast this all over social media just with a click of a button. And you may have several of these from some very happy customers of yours. This is the tool you can use for that. So several of them. So you have the Memory Place, which gave you a digital album. If you do event, whether it's your school event, your church event, your society event, or whatever event, it gives you access to save. Individual can save their photos, videos up in the cloud just through a QR code or through a digital link, and allows them to save everything. You are not going to mess up any platform with a lot of pictures and videos. You are saving all of those in the cloud. And that you get, which also generates a lot of leads for you. If you're on this call and you understand what leads are, then thumbs up. You get this. This is part of the Gut Backup Pro. Guys, you don't want to lose your digital dreams any longer. Never should that happen to you. Why? Because Gut Backup can secure it for you. It takes care of 98% of the hard work. Just do the rest. And Gut Backup is taking over the world, guys. Started 3 years ago, all right. But guess what? Just within 3 years, Gut Backup is already in 165 countries worldwide. Okay, so that is quite incredible. And for the time, many people would take a decade to be able to cover this much countries in the world. But Gut Backup has done it just within 3 years. And that's to show you how fast and this is running. Will one Reverend, is Reverend Bijou on the call? And at the moment, I know she's in Nigeria. She had a problem with her. Okay, she's back on. All right, no, let me just flow. She had a problem with her internet earlier on. I don't know whether is it better now.
Yes, it's better. I'm back.
It's better.
Yes, it's much better.
Okay,
Thank
so
you.
all right, if you can just do the second trend for us, we will really appreciate it. Reverend Bijou is a strategic partner of Gut Backup. She wears many caps. She is a reverend minister and that's making impact, around the world, with especially women, and a conference convener as well. But at the moment, She works with the ECOWAS as what advisor? Something advisor in Abuja, in Abuja, Nigeria. Okay, and she's also actively building this and making impact using God Backup in different parts of the of Africa. Okay, and we are privileged to have her do the second trend for us tonight. And guess what? Another part is Reverend Bijou is the favorite a daughter of my mother-in-law. Okay, and I will explain that a bit later. So Reverend Bijou, your audience, can you take us through the strategic partnership of God Backup and what people stand to benefit if they take this this part of God Backup, besides the many other benefits they get just by using the cloud storage? Why should people benefit, take the strategic partnership? Please take us through.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry I couldn't join at the beginning. Internet can be erratic.
Sorry, do I have to move the slides for you?
So, yes, please.
Okay.
So I'm happy to share with you the global trend number 2 that gives us the opportunity to actually use this valuable cloud storage service, which is God Backup, and also at the same time earn some good stream of income. It positions you as a strategic partner. When I'm talking about strategic partnership, I'm talking about you positioning yourself, not only for the present, but for the future, because cloud storage has an unlimited future opportunity. So God Backup is giving anyone who is volunteering, who is prepared to talk about God Backup to with other people to earn some supplemental income, alternative income, call it whatever you want to call it. But for sure, when you are using God Backup and you talk to other people who also subscribe to this service, GVO gives you an income for sure. So part of the only also is about you earning some extra income, and only God Backup, which is a cloud storage service that gives you this opportunity. Now, we are going to watch this short video that gives you a very good idea of what is happening online, what used to happen and what is happening now, and what is going to continue happening online. Please pay attention to the year. This is 1932. Just keep watching closely. Then you start seeing the change. Perfect. So you would shift from the year 2000 that up to 2024, and we are in 2026, that life is online. Everything we do is online. And that is why I'm able to speak. And that's why you are able to even be part of this. Everyone is online. What we are talking about, this strategic partnership that positions you to earn some money, it is founded on the fact that we have a global computing market that's bringing in billions of US dollars, USD. There has been a lot of research and projection that came from Statista. The source is Statista, that talked about last year how much the global cloud market was going to give us. And interestingly, the global cloud market exceeded 400 billion. It was 200 and something million. Is it million or billion? Last year, that was the projection. Then it turned out to be over 400 billion in 2025. And we are in 2026. If we are talking about over 400 billion in 2025, then you can imagine what it's going to be. And the computing market is changing so fast. So what actually is happening is God Backup, which is a cloud storage service, is in this market. GVO is saying that there's so much in this market that we are getting, but we are not advertising. That's when you come in, I come in as a strategic partner. Anytime anybody subscribe to God Backup, there is money in this market. And GVO will be taken from that and giving to you. I hope you understand what I'm saying. The computing market is worth billions and soon trillions. And you and I need, if you're really interested in this, it's not a race. Just take it at your own speed, but be consistent, and you will actually have a very good, how do I say, slice of this computing market. How do you start doing this? Simply purchase a package of God Backup. It can be the family package that makes you pay $100 US. Let's say 99.97. We always will round it up to $100 US. Then you will pay $20 US extra, which is your affiliate fee, and it is annual. So both subscription, that $100 that gives you the 6 terabytes and all the value that it comes with, plus the 20, making 120, it is an annual subscription, renewable every year. And you are then positioned to start earning when you start talking to others about it. Now, we have the Pro that he spoke about so beautifully. I'm a Pro member. Pro gives you extra value when you are using God a year. It comes with all those functionalities that we have been told about. The Marco Max is not only for God Backup. You can use it for of your business. Just program it, and then you will see the beautiful things that will happen to your business. So you can also start with the Pro, the God Backup Pro. Now, as a strategic partner, you and I stand to enjoy some very, very good bonuses or benefits. We have 7 of them. The first one, which is the CAB, Customer Acquisition Bonus, is paid as and when you talk to people, they subscribe and get the service. So it's almost immediately. The other 6 are paid at the end of every year. Now, when we are talking about the customer service, the customer acquisition bonus, it simply means that times somebody you have spoken to decide to subscribe to the family pack, which is the 99.97, what the company does is the company will give you 50% of that amount, which is 49.97, round it up to 50. Okay, so you get the customer acquisition bonus immediately that person pays for the service. If you are able to also market or talk about the enterprise solution, you get 25% of that $600 US, right? Then when you talk about Go Backup Pro, you get $75 immediately as customer acquisition bonus. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to be very honest with you, the potential of making an extra income when you are seriously and at your own pace doing this. I'm an extremely busy person, but I make time to talk about this actually to few people around me. And they pick it because the value, you go to bed, you sleep. So the potential is so huge. Imagine within a week, you speak to 10 people, 5 out of them go for this package, the 99.97 package. Do you know how much you could make that week? So when we are talking about extra income, you might think it's not coming big, but it becomes big, bigger, and biggest. Now, let me quickly talk about the second match bonus, which is the bonus number 3. This is paid at the end of every month when you reach that level, because in the strategic partnership, there is a ranking. So when you bring in one person, you are bronze. When you bring in 2 people, you become a copper. So at every rank, you have a criteria to meet. When you get to sapphire, then you have another bonus open to you, which we call the second match. It's in the form of a percentage, and the sapphire is 25%. By the time you reach sapphire, you have a whole team. You must have brought over 10 people directly into the God Backup system who have all subscribed to any of the packages. Now, out of this, let's say you brought in 15 or 20, out of this number, it takes 10. At the end of a month, these 10 people, each one of them have worked dedicatedly at their own pace and are making money. At the end of the month, each one of them has made $1,000. What happens to you, who is a sapphire? You get 25% on top of each of these $1,000. 25% of 1,000 is 250. 250 multiplied by 10, that's $2,500. That's a robust extra income, I will call it. That will do a lot of things for you. Multiply 2,500 if you are Ghanaian by 12, if that is the rate in Ghana. How much is that? That's a lot of money that will do a lot of things. Now, when you move to Emerald, it becomes 50%. 50% of 1,000, that's 500. Multiply by, let's say, just 5 people made 1,000, and they get 50% of that. 50% of 1,000 is 500 multiplied by 5. How much is that? If it is $100, each one of them have made, and you get 50% of that, that's, again, a robust extra income. Now, when you become Ruby, it's the same 50%. Then when you move to Diamond, it becomes 100% of second match bonus. 100% of 1,000 is 1,000. 100% of 5,000 is 5,000, right? So the potential is so compelling. Doing how nagging at the back of your mind, you are like, boy, I have to more people. Many people want to sleep well, go to bed. They wake up in the morning, they want to be sure that if their Twitter packs up, they have everything in the cloud. They can access it everywhere, anytime. Right. Now, let me give a rundown of all the values. Can we move to the next slide, please? The next one. Good. So I'm trying to sum up here. When you get to God Backup, we are talking about you having a cloud storage that backs you up, that allows you to have your peace of mind. You have emailing systems that allows you to have bulk emailing, personalized system. You have unlimited devices that you can put on. The security is top-notch. You have multi-operating systems that you can put on your on which you can use the Go Backup. You have plugin systems, you have support, and you have the strategic partnership that no other cloud service people have that. What is the price for that? We are talking about the family part at $120 annual subscription, and then you can go for the Pro, $220 annual subscription. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about God Backup, we are talking about value, right? Start knocking at my door. Let's move on. Can we go to the next slide, please? We have a systemic support. You have your referral link that is personalized that you can give to people who want to subscribe when you have spoken to them. You have the personal landing page, which is the office, and you have mentorship. You have every kind of support that you need in order to have a service really work for you. And then if you want to be a how do you call it, a strategic partner also, the support is there through training, through online presentation, personal development. So at the level of those of you who want to use only this, have your peace of mind, you have support. For those who want to be strategically positioned in this cloud market area, you have your support also. Then last year, November, we had this great event to which we had the CEO and his wife present. Let's move to the next slide, please. Maybe I think my internet is a little bit slow here. So the Cloud Revolution experience happened last year, November, when we had the CEO and his wife, and we had hundreds of people who experienced what God Backup is all about. And ladies and gentlemen, God Backup is a service that everyone needs. We all need to protect our data, our memories that are so valuable to us, our documents, our contracts, our emails, all this need to be kept. And this project I'm talking about, once you plug in using the service, you can also do the project. And it is always good to know that you cannot rely on only one income. One stream of income is never the best for anyone. Everybody who is well, but Pastor, Solomon had different types of businesses. So you cannot just sit down. And I will also say that you don't have to do God Backup as your stream of income. Let it be added to other streams of income. And if you have this, take it and use it, right? Okay, I think I'm rounding up. The next slide, please. If you need to take the decision, I would say now is the best time for you to do that. And I want to really thank you all for being on this call. If you have been invited and you have been given this opportunity, please don't throw it away. Think about it. Make your decision tonight. Whoever invited you, just call the person and then take this decision. And I want to welcome you already on board. And I hope to see you next time as one of our partners. Thank you very much, HB. Over to you.
Thank you. Oh, goodness. Thank you so much, Reverend Bijou. And Reverend Bijou has been building this business for over a year. And when she got to hear about this, to secure her data, she was then working in the DRC with the United Nations. She thought, this is great. And my friends, colleagues they will all need this. She spoke with a number of her colleagues at her office in the DRC, and guess what? She worked there for about a year or so. She left there after I think 2 years, but because of her, you have over or about 100 people who have seen this opportunity and are very grateful, and they have the opportunity today to protect their data and also to have another stream of income. A question I will ask you guys, what are your chances? Many of you you are doing your own business. Some are working in a job, and you have been working for so many years. What are your chances of earning from what you are doing, your work, your business, working very hard, put in all the hours, all the efforts, okay, in the next year or two, making $100,000? What are your chances? For many, their chances will be 0.0001. You may work very hard, but you will not make that kind of money in whatever thing you might be doing, some of you. Okay, so this is an opportunity. You have seen where the cloud market is going to get to, and you want to tap into that and benefit and secure your future using that. And you may be like, did you say making about 100,000 in the next 2 years? Is it possible? Really, cloud? I only spend $120 or $220 a year, and I have an opportunity to make about 100,000 or more in 2 years or 3 years or even in a year. Yes, it's possible. Let me show you something. I'm going to give you a random a snippet of some income, okay, of people from God Backup, and this is random income and random people, okay? Before that, let me make a disclaimer. What you're about to see is not a typical, system or it is typical result.
Okay, I think Calvin has dropped off. If you can hear me, please let me know. Can you hear me? Can you give me a reaction if you can hear me? Okay. Oh, lights went off. I'm sorry about that. That's interesting. Fortunately, we have come to the end of the presentation. And I think Calvin was trying to present to us the earnings of a few people, and just to let you know the potential of the strategic partnership, if you take it very seriously, and that it is real and that it is true. Again, I want to say that it's important for you to make up your mind to really take this very seriously. Once you want to take it seriously, just take it seriously. And again, at your pace, just be consistent in whatever it is. And then you will really to